In this video, we're going to explain how you can use the I2C expansion connector. As we've said before, it's a bit weird in this case that we've got a temperature humidity sensor in a door lock, but really we're just doing this so that you can understand how the I2C connections are used on the M5 stack dial. So what we've got in terms of the hardware is we've got the M5 stack dial. I've got a little Grove sensor board there. It's got an SHT31 temperature and humidity sensor, and it's connected by the standard Grove connector to the expansion bus there, which is basically two wires, the I2C clock and data, power and ground. So let's have a look at the software. Here we've got the display. As before, we've got the PWM component, the bitmap drawer, the encoder, the bezel switch and the lights indicating the I/O status. And we've now added this component, which is the SHT31 component, and it allows us to simulate the temperature and the humidity. And the clock and data I2C are connected to GPIO 13 and 15, that's A13 and A15. And we selected the baud rate and the main address and so on. So the program, we initialize the sensor, we initialize the display, enable the backlight and set the duty cycle, and then we go around this endless loop. And we simply issue a call here to the hardware where we get the temperature as an integer and we put it into a variable called temperature. We then set the foreground color of the display to black and draw a rectangle over the whole display. Not the whole display in this case, just over the area that we're drawing the text on, which is defined there. So there's the XY coordinates of the area we're going to draw in black. We don't need to draw the whole display. Then we're going to set the foreground color to orange with our constants, orange R, orange G, orange B, and then we're going to print the variable temperature at an XY location with font 3, and it's transparent. Then we're going to wait for a second and go around the loop again. So if we simulate that, you can see how that works. We've got a temperature of 67 there. We can lower the temperature on screen. So we can simulate it fully. And if we stop that and we plug the power in to the M5 stack dial, you can see at the moment we've got a temperature of 21. If I put my finger on the sensor, it should just go up slightly. So using the expansion connections are quite easy. Flowcode has libraries for a whole range of different types of sensor. Let's have a look at that. Component libraries, sensors, a huge range of different types of sensor, a lot of which are available from Grove in that handy kind of form factor with connector. So lots of different sensors, and you can of course add your own using the I2C components there as well. So you can use any sensor. So that explains how you use the I/O connector on the M5 stack dial.